back.
Wow.
Well, I'm done. Wait,
All
what
right,
do I need to
guys.
give you? Do I need to rip it out and give you?
Just hold on to it. We are going to go over existentialism. What is existentialism? Okay. Existentialism is a philosophical movement that emphasizes individual freedom, choice, and personal responsibility in an often meaningless or absurd world. Right? So, individual freedom, choice. Okay? Existence precedes essence. I think, therefore I am. I exist, therefore I am. Okay? We are not born with fixed purposes. We create our own meaning through how we live. Right? Life doesn't have meaning. There is no, what is the meaning of life? Why do we think about life like this? Rather, life is what you make it. Your choices dictate how your life goes. Right? If you don't want your life to be boring, why do boring things? The choices that you choose matter. Okay, so existentialism is a philosophical and literary movement that gained prominence in the 19th and 20th centuries, largely as a response to the collapse of traditional values, the horrors of war, and the rise of modern uncertainty. Unlike earlier systems of thought that sought universal truths or divine order, existentialism confronts a world that may have no inherent meaning, aka there's no meaning to life. Okay? And asks what it means to live freely within this world. At its core, the movement argues that individuals are not born with a predetermined purpose. Rather, they must create meaning for themselves through the choices, actions, and personal responsibility. Existentialist thought embraces the tension between human longing for clarity of why do we exist, why were we born, why were we created, right? And the universe is indifferent silence. It explores how people navigate freedom, anxiety, alienation, and the absurd, the conflict between our search for purpose and the randomness of existence. Why do we exist? Why at every planet in our solar system there is life on this planet but not others? Why are we a species that exists, the only species with a brain big enough and smart enough to live in this world like humans? Why aren't there other animals? Okay? So, figures like Jean-Paul Sartre, Simone de Beauvoir, and Albert Camus wrote essays, novels, and plays that wrestle with identity, morality, and what it means to live an authentic life. Their works often feature characters facing moral dilemmas, questioning societal norms, or refusing to live in bad faith. In literature and philosophy alike, existentialism strips away comforting illusions to expose a raw and often uncomfortable truth of being alive. Yet rather than fall into despair, existentialists challenge us to embrace our freedom, to shape a life of meaning, not because the universe demands it, but because we choose to. What does it mean to be an animal, to be a living being with thought? Our true nature is not gentle or docile, is it? Animals are ferocious, sometimes chaotic, right? There's no greater purpose in life, according to this thought, right? But rather, we are because we are. I am because I am, right? I think, therefore I am. These are all questions. It's called an existential question, where we question our own choices in our own life. Okay? All right, so some key beliefs. Freedom of choice. You're free to choose, but with that freedom comes the weight of responsibility. If you decide to make a choice that's good or bad, that choice comes with repercussions. You study or don't study, right? Angst or anxiety, right? A natural response to the burden of freedom and the fear that life may be meaningless. Let me ask you a question. When someone asks you, what do you want for dinner, what do you say?
Chicken.
Peter.
All the time?
Peter.
No.
Sometimes you say, I don't know.
Yeah.
What if I gave you the option of 25 different options for dinner?
Then,
Chicken, pizza, lasagna, cake, pie, eggs, egg sandwich, eggs benedict, pancakes, waffles, chicken, Chinese food, samgyeopsal, kimchi jjigae. Which one do you pick?
Kimchi jjigae.
Why?
It's the most yummy.
It's the most recent one that I said. Most people cannot make choices very easily. We like yes or no questions, right? Questions that require a lot of critical thinking or parsing different ideas or information is really difficult for the brain to process. So we usually say, I don't know, or I picked the closest one or the most recent. Okay? Lasagna. All right. Authenticity, living in a way that is true to yourself, not just conforming to society, right? If you want to be a murderer and kill a lot of people, what's wrong with it? It's your life. If you want to die on death row as a prisoner, that's a choice, right? Who says you have to live like everybody else?
No.
Why can't you make your own decisions as an individual?
No.
Why does society get to choose how you live and how you die? Right?
Weird.
Absurdism, the conflict between our desire for meaning and the silent, indifferent universe. Why do we exist? Yet nothing tells us. We seek knowledge, yet knowledge doesn't exist. Alienation, feeling the disconnected from others, society, or even yourself. Right? What does it mean to be human? Right? Does that mean that we have to make certain choices like society? If we act like a wolf, are we a wolf?
Yeah.
No.
What does it mean to be a wolf? Okay. So I want you guys to imagine a man condemned to push a boulder up a mountain for eternity, only for it to roll back down each time.
Ah.
Okay. What does Camus mean when he says, one must imagine Sisyphus happy? Why would he be happy?
Happy.
He has purpose in life.
Oh.
His purpose is to push that boulder over and over and over. What do humans do? Are you happy?
No.
You are condemned to push that boulder up the hill over and over and over again. School, work, die. School, work, die. School, work, die. Right? That's how life goes for society and how humans are, right? So what is the meaning of a human? Does it mean school, work, and then die?
No.
Right? Is there power in accepting a meaningless task and doing it anyway? If I say to write the word apple for the rest of your life, apple, 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 apple. Is there meaning in this task?
No.
Would you guys do it anyway?
Yeah.
No, because at least we have a purpose.
You have a purpose.
The purpose we do things.
Have you guys ever seen that robot that's trying to scoop the oil that keeps dripping
Ah,
out?
yeah.
I know
that.
that.
It has a purpose.
He eventually died.
Who?
Who's that?
Little brother.
Yes. Alright, so here's some existential questions you guys can look at. Who am I when no one's watching?
Oh.
Who are you when no one is watching you?
Peter.
If you use society to show yourself to others, when you are not there, who are you? Sorry? If nothing matters, what could matter? If we're all going to die anyway, what's the point of taxes? What's the point of work? What's the point of study?
No.
Existential question. Now I want to ask you guys, is it better to live a comfortable lie or a difficult truth?
Difficult truth.
Really? What do you guys think?
It depends on how heavy the lie is.
Okay, let's say this. Would you rather go through the rest of your life believing that your parents love you deeply, or would you rather them tell you that they don't love you at all?
Don't love you.
Think so?
They'll be happy.
You think you'll be happier
Yeah.
to know this lie?
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
the burden
if
of
we don't
knowledge.
know that, then we believe that.
They do. And if belief is truth, then what is truth? Belief.
Belief.
Which means if you believe that it's true, then it actually is true to you.
Yeah.
So which one do you think makes you happier?
But then, if we don't know and we didn't ask yet, then we don't know the truth yet. Like the
Sometimes
truth
it's better
thing.
not to ask, right?
Yeah, because we don't know how they're.
It's not that you don't know, it's that you don't want to know. You don't want to know the answer to that question.
We don't want to face the truth.
Yes. Alright, so here's another one that you guys have to do. Okay? You're going to write a scene that explores an existential moment in your own life, okay? You're going to describe a moment when you questioned everything, and or when everything felt crystal clear, including your thoughts, sensation, mood. Don't summarize, make it real. So here's some examples. The moment I realized I was alone with my choices, right? It could be about a time where you had to make a hard decision without knowing the outcome. Do I push the button or do I not push the button?
아, 너 우엉.
If I push the button, they die. If I don't push the button, they don't die.
소리 들려?
Right? So do you push it or don't push it?
Of course don't.
But if you don't know the outcome, what do you do?
Just try.
Right? When the world felt like a loop, every day is exactly the same, right? Meaningless, repetitive, like pushing a boulder up a mountain. Looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself. A moment where you have an identity crisis or a major change. The time I asked, what's the point? What's the point of school? I'm bad at it anyway. Why should I continue to do it? Right? Or doing something just because it felt right. Crying, it was what? What did you do? You did something, you smashed the egg. Right? You guys understand?
Yeah.
What would happen if I did? Alright. So this is your writing assignment, okay? It is due tomorrow.
Then
Both
how
of them.
about the mood and the stuff that you posted is this?
Nope.
Okay.
Isn't that the one for Wednesday?
Yep.
The skill check.
Alright,
Well,
any
we should
questions?
Read it.
What about
Skill check as this and this.
Yep. If you're dead, you're done. You only need like 1 or 2 paragraphs.
I don't like traffic.
Save it for tomorrow. You can turn it in.
We should do skill check as the
Yes, they're only a paragraph. Take you like 10 minutes.
postmodernism and existentialism.
Can I pause it?
The postmodernism, do I need to just give it to you tomorrow just to get it?